Hi friends, we're back. We are traveling in California again with my mom and recording cool conversations. And today in the morning, as I was putting my makeup on, a thought came through and I started having a conversation with my mom, and we decided to stop it and to now record it and have this conversation right in front of you and see what you think. So coming from Belarus, I was always exposed to the history of World War II. Every subject in my school was permeated with stories about the World War II, and one of the stories that really kind of embedded itself in my mind was this. So the story went like this, that the Jewish women, Jewish girls, when they were transported to the concentration camps, that they were cutting like their fingers or somewhere on their body. They would do a little cut so the blood comes out, and they will take the blood and they will put it onto their cheeks to make them look more rosy, because there was a selection happening upon their arrival, and those who looked healthier, they were chosen for better tasks in the concentration camp than those that did not look healthy. So as I was putting my blush on, this thought, for some reason, this memory just activated in my mind, and I thought, oh my God, are we was this instilled so deeply through fear that it is now imprinted on our DNA, that we're still doing it? Anytime we want to record or anytime we want to go in public, we must put makeup on, right? We're sort of feel like we're still being chosen, right? Every time. And you said it the right way. You said it in a nice way. You said it's kind of like pick me, right? And it's interesting because I just had this conversation with my oldest son about, he says there is a concept right now. It's called pick me girls that are always there, that are not friendly with other girls, but they're always like the ones, the cool ones with the boys, and they call them pick me girls because they do anything for the boys to be like, or to pick them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So it's an interesting, but it's an offshoot. It's not a part of this topic, but I just wanted to say it because it's an interesting, it resonated, the sound of those words in my head and activated that other memory. But it's so interesting to me that we're still so hooked on presenting ourselves healthier than we are to the camera or to the other people, right?
I don't think healthier, brighter, yes.
Brighter than we are?
Yes, to shine above big selection.
Mm-hmm.
To be noticed.
To be noticed.
Yes, it's not even fear.
But hold on, then let's talk about this. Would you, if you don't want to be noticed, would you go out in public without makeup?
Yes.
I wouldn't. I mean, lately, since my skin gotten so much better, I actually do it quite a lot. But in general, regardless of, that's exactly what I'm trying to say actually in this video, is that regardless of anything, it's such a deep-rooted thing that in order to go in public, in order to be presented to the public, you have to put on some makeup, at least a little bit, right? Like at least like a little blush or some lipstick or something to make yourself look brighter, healthier, to be, I don't know, to be chosen for something better.
Like what I think is, I remember that everybody is talking about the Russian women, you know, like there were jokes about it, like she wouldn't go to buy a loaf of bread or to take out the garbage if she doesn't have makeup on,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Like they would, my mom routine.
But that was the truth. It's not a joke. It's the truth.
Yeah,
I
but
used to
like
go.
it was, people find it funny, you know, like that, like over the top, you know. It's like over the top. Like me, I don't know. My mom's routine was to put makeup the moment she wakes up, and forget about it for the whole day.
Yeah. Well, she taught me that I have to do it. And I actually had her friend came to me when I was little and said that because you're so pale, and well, there's a word for it, because ты такая невзрачная, она мне сказала.
Not
Невзрачная,
noticeable.
not noticeable. Because you're not noticeable, you need to learn how to put makeup, and I will teach you how to put eyeliner. And since that day, I mean, I have eyeliner like tattooed on myself, you know what I mean? Which I actually don't put my eyeliner, and I wish I didn't have, because I really like that my eyes are beginning to droop. I really like the natural shape of my face, you know, which I was always trying to have these cat eyes. But I really like my round eyes, and I really like that they're going down and that my face is getting different now, you know. I enjoy it. It makes me feel so authentic, so not like anyone else. I wish that I didn't have that eyeliner.
Maybe because right now, if you go to Sephora, you will see little teenage girls, even before they're teenagers, they already like buying makeup and choosing and putting it on, you know, like I mean, because it became so common and so overly common that as of now, somebody who is not wearing makeup stands out.
No, I think that to me it's not that shallow. That reason
Yeah.
is very internal. I think that internally I came to kind of love myself, and it's a very cliche thing to say, but
Yeah, so-
internally I came to the point where my love for myself also reflected within my beauty right away, right? So it's not like one causes the other.
Yeah.
They're happening simultaneously. And I feel beautiful. I know that I'm healthy and I feel beautiful, and I really think that I look beautiful with or
Okay,
without
yeah.
makeup, you know. It took me a long time to get here, but still, whenever I want to go and record a video to go on camera, I still have to put makeup. So that's what I was thinking about, that's internal thing. I can't overcome. I can't overcome it. I still feel like when there is a video being recorded.
But also, don't you want more people to watch your video?
Yes, exactly, and that's the issue. But I also, is that the right way to go? Is that the right way to approach it? So I'm basically playing pick me, which is no different than those girls were out of fear of being accepted into something they don't want to. They were putting blood on their cheeks. Like how I'm trying to understand, how is this different, that I am doing this to be accepted, to be chosen?
I feel like the explanation could be given from the heavy side or from the lighter side, and I wish to give explanation from the lighter side to everything,
Right.
and I would like to work on it in my life, because
So you've chosen that literally very recently to do this.
Yes.
So now what I'm saying is not now coinciding with your new choosing, and you're like, well,
Yeah,
it
but
creates a conflict again.
Yeah.
Because now I'm talking about something darker.
no.
And she's like, no, well, I've decided to be all light and stuff, and now you're bringing up this type of stuff.
No, it's just the thing, the way everything happened and everything took its place, and the way you describe it to yourself or explain it to yourself, that's the way it's going to be.
It literally, like, entered my mind. Mind, like somebody shot an arrow as I was doing this, and thinking like, I'll tell you exactly what was happening. I woke up, I did
Can
the
we
videos,
drive?
I did everything.
I mean, if you don't want to, then
I mean, we can drive. It's just we don't have far to go anyways. So
yeah,
might
but
as
there
well.
is no sun where we're
Oh,
standing.
you like the sun? Okay. So as I was putting my makeup on, I was thinking, well, yeah. The reason I started putting my makeup on,
Because it's normal.
no, because I wanted to call my children on FaceTime. Do you understand? And that's like, I wanted to be like fresh and presentable, and
You wanted
like,
to like what you see.
I wanted to
in
like,
the camera.
maybe that's what it is. Maybe I wanted to
Exactly.
like what I see in the camera.
Exactly.
Because, yeah.
And that was. Remember, you told me hold this thought.
But I also like yesterday is sorry for interrupting, but when we went to Fern Canyon, I wasn't wearing makeup. I really liked the way I look, you know.
Yeah,
like
was beautiful.
It's not that. It's not that. It's something else. Maybe it's a bad habit. Maybe it's a bad
no,
habit.
if you look at it as a bad habit, then it will be a bad habit. Then you will blame yourself and shame yourself.
But then, as I was, and besides my children, they have no understanding. There is no difference to them. Mom is wearing makeup or mom is not wearing makeup. They are completely oblivious to it. They know that, like, they'll stand with me when I'm putting makeup on. They'll try to put something on me, but they have absolutely, there is no difference how they interact with me.
They don't see you.
They don't see. They see me. I'm mom. That's it.
Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember this little scenery with Evan when your first child was little, and he had Nanny, and Nanny was like a big, heavy woman. I mean, she still is. We all love her, and then we're watching TV, and there is a Marilyn Monroe. With her white dress, some kind of commercial, on TV. And Evan's sitting there in a high chair, and he says, "That's my Lara."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, the children see us beautiful.
Yes.
But then, do we see each other beautiful, or is it absolutely personal? Like, because
No, we're programmed.
it's a program. It's a program. But what I'm trying to say is that as I was doing it, right, as I was putting it and thinking this, and then this thought just came to me, like, oh my God, I'm doing this thing that the girls were doing, in that.
You just said, I'm sorry, you said the thought just came to me. It sounded like star just came to me. I was like, what?
And a thought came to me about the girls that were using blood to make themselves look a little, brighter and healthier. And I'm like, it's like before going on stage every time, what is this that? So the idea is that when that was happening,
I have an explanation.
okay, if that was happening. Because when something happens under stress, it gets embedded into our fabric, into our DNA. And because we are interconnected through a morphogenetic field, right? So all the species, let's say all the species of mice are interconnected. So if something happens on one end of the world with one mouse, the same thing will imprint in the morphogenetic field, and the information will get unlocked inside the DNA of the mouse on the other end of the world. So the same thing with people. If something is embedded in us under a tremendous amount of stress, right? If that happened, then that will be present within the entire humanity. So I'm wondering if that's a resonance from this, if that's an echo of that. Do you understand? That
Yes,
pick me, choose me, that I have to look presentable. Otherwise, I'm not going to be picked, and something bad is going to happen. Whether that's the fear that's been embedded under from that amount of stress during
this
those
is very
poor
sad
girls were going through. That we're
reason
still,
to try to look beautiful, right? To look better than you think
you think you are.
Yes, it's a sad reason, but that was the whole war was about to create the sad stories and sad and believe me.
But interesting concept is that the whole war was, and the thing was about the chosen people. And here
Yes.
we are, choose me, choose me, choose me. And you know what I mean? We're changing the way we look so we can be chosen. And then the whole thing is about chosen people.
Yeah.
So it's just, that whole, it's like I'm swimming in this right now contemplation of all of these things.
So, me, I think first the little remark that sad stories, as we know of horrible things that were happening from history, like when you're in it, it's different. And you know it's different. It's not always sad. It's life. But it's a little remark. When sometimes we go through something and we don't think we're going through something super horrible, but then when we step out
What are
and
you
start,
referring to?
I'm pretty sure those girls were smiling and playing too, even in a horrible times like that.
No.
Yes, but but then they said story. It's like me, like like okay, when you inside of something and you have a life and some events maybe they were not fair to you when you already passed that event and you start talking and then it's like, oh my God, poor baby, how did you go through this? You were going through this. It was your life. You understand?
Yeah, but it was terrible. And what I'm saying is that things like that happen when you are under a tremendous amount of stress and fear, they then become, they step onto the forefront of your entire existence for generations to come.
Yeah, under the stress, anything under the stress that is planted into us is more powerful. And it was proven. That's why the duality. That's why, I don't know, some programmist who programmed the world decided to create more stress to have faster progression. You know, like
It's like there is a lot of it has to do with experiments.
we do
what I
make
understand you're
things
saying.
out of fear.
Because there is no need for such change
If we're not
in fear. Well, that's a
yeah.
well-known thing that everybody I think is experimenting.
Yes, that speed up the progress.
There is even a artificial challenge thing where people would create artificial challenges for growth. But is that fair to the rest of us if we're all interconnected? If you're creating stress for yourself because that's the only way you can grow, then everybody else experiences that stress.
That's why there are people like us who notice it, and we're not the first one. Once it was happening throughout. Only now it finally creates bigger followers, bigger forms. It takes bigger forms. People start questioning, like, why is that so? Why do I have to think that way and not that way? Why do I have to? Why somebody tells me what to think and what to feel? If I have me here, myself, and I can actually examine myself and find explanation for myself.
How about this? I want to break the wall with the viewer right now, right? And say and ask, like, what does a viewer think? Let's say, what do you choose to view? Do you choose to view based on what somebody looks like? Or do you choose to view something based on somebody's, let's say, voice, the sound? Or do you choose to view by the content? And if, let's say, I go, I'll record these same videos of, with just looking just the way I am, just the way I wake up, right? Maybe like I'll brush my hair or something, right? Would you click on it or not? But be honest, if you could comment below, like, is this my internal fear or is this really so? Because
or just remember
is one feeding the other, right? Because I actually see that videos where I see videos where I look good, they get more views, and then videos where I look not my best, they get less views. I also see the other way. I see that sometimes I see that it doesn't really matter, that it matters on the topic. So I would like to get to the bottom of it, and I would like to get to the bottom of are we ever going to take these masks off?
No.
Are we ever going to feel completely confident in the way, with just the way that we're standing, just the way we are? Just the way we are. Will I ever be able to,
Okay. I mean, I'm going to say something horrible right now, I'm afraid. Like, that's.
I'm afraid already. I don't know. I swear.
That
Just
you
leave it up to my
know
mom.
the one who is asking that question.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's happening in the world right now, at least in California, because I drive and I see people, different ages, different groups, different dressed up and everything. And I see, because there was an age, like in 80s, when the model world and rock and roll bands and everybody, the cool people were all skinny like hangers. And then it became the standards of the beauty.
I like how you say skinny, like hangers.
like when they put clothes on a hanger and they put clothes on the model, there's a hanger that can walk. Like those kind of things. And it was talked about it and everything. And after that, big thing. And even people, like, let's say, if you're successful, there is no way you will like something chubby and not beautiful. You have to like model, And so all of those business people would take models, pay to models to go out, even though they truly loved something that is completely different, opposite, but they wouldn't. They would be afraid to show it to public because they didn't want to be judged for it, and there are tons of movies about it. You've seen it in your life. I know. I've seen it in my life. But the thing is, so it was so overly discussed that it actually there was a breakthrough, and now there are big size models, all the women models, all natural, and it became like cycle of when accepting everything for what you are, with all of those tires and so to be proud of yourself for what you are, for having big body and out of shape bodies, those kind of things. And it's just another complete opposite to the hangers. Now it's like there is a middle, but this one is like it got to be like here and then slowly coming to normal, or not coming. I don't know. Maybe normal becomes something else. But the thing is, that's what it is. That's your question. Like, will I need to put makeup, or can I finally for what you are? I mean,
Well,
I don't
basically,
know.
what I hear is that it comes down to your personal acceptance of yourself, right? Then that it doesn't matter right now in the world, everybody likes everything, and that me going out there just the way I am, that there will be people that will like me just the way I am, right?
Exactly.
And then there will be people that won't like me just the way I am because
Yeah.
they will like, something different. So essentially what I'm hearing is that it's my personal choice always to put on
Yeah.
makeup, right? It's only my personal choice.
Yes.
And that it's
Without-
a personal, and I understand that, and I hear that, and I that's basically, I think it's a good step to break it down. My original question is, I am already there, right? And I already love the way I look without makeup. Yet something stops me. There is something more that stops me from recording because it's socially unacceptable. Maybe I feel like it's socially unacceptable for me to go on camera and record these videos without an ounce of makeup. That the proper way, right, would be not the proper, but like as a good thing to do for my viewers, right? A good thing to do for, like, the right thing to do, basically, simply said, would be to put a little bit of makeup, right? And to, like, make yourself look presentable.
Or make yourself liking yourself in a mirror.
I like myself in the mirror. That's the thing. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That there were times that I was not happy with the way I looked. Now I'm very happy with the way I look, both makeup or not. But it's a thing that when I go to record a video or like to call my children, if I think about it, if I call on FaceTime, I would rather call them after I put makeup on. Do you understand? That for some reason when I'm facing the camera, it makes me feel like there is that I have to put something on to be not chosen. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's the right thing to do. So I'm wondering where does that come from? That's like a blockage, or
No, I have very deep answer for where is it coming from. Because we live backwards. And from we were
everything is happening simultaneously. I don't say we live backwards, but
Okay.
yes, we go back and forth, and therefore some things cause things in the past. So whatever happening right now is caused by something we did in the future, and not the other way around. Because the universe is breathing, time is breathing.
Yeah,
it goes,
yeah, yeah.
Expand, contract, expand, contract.
So like according to his Robert Saffer, he's a Californian historian that does researches on different interesting topics, and he made a research on ancient tribes in Iran. And there are tribal people that they're not Muslim or Christian. They were before, and so girls are very pretty and they put lots of makeup on themselves. They create this like snake eyes, like those kind of lips and lots of clothes, lots of colorful clothes and everything, because it comes from ancient times, like ancient, even like from before, and then it goes like down and then goes up and down, and there is nothing wrong. Those are ancient people. They had memories of them being like this.
Okay.
And so they were creating what they remembered.
There are two things that I want to mention about what you just said. First of all, the two, I've watched a video just like yours, just like this. It's a video about a tribe of the most beautiful men in the world, where actually men are the one who are being chosen by women into marriage.
Yeah,
right?
like animalistic world.
I don't know why you say that, but may I please
Okay,
finish? Now those men, because they're the ones being chosen by women, right? They are the ones who are putting a ton of makeup. It's a tradition. It's been passed from generations. But the reason
what
for
country?
it, I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll mention. You can search it up. Men that are being chosen for marriage, and they have these. They put this red paint. Their teeth are super white, and they do this thing with their eyes. Ton of makeup. They're super skinny. Basically, it's the most important to them is who does the most beautiful makeup to look the most beautiful, because that's how they're going to be chosen by their
Wow.
beauty. Yeah. So there you go. But it's an ancient old tradition.
Yeah.
But what's behind the tradition in the first place? So what's behind the tradition in the first place is my question. You don't know what's behind the tradition that you just told me in the first place. Maybe the entire tradition of putting paint was to be more beautiful, right? It's just
Or to scare someone away.
possibly, yes.
If you, yeah.
Possibly. But then my question goes, okay, the ancient tradition is one thing. I'm talking about something completely different. I'm talking about presenting yourself to the world in the camera, through the camera. Those girls, they're not doing that in front of social media. I'm talking about what is this that I'm seeing a correlation between a stressful situation of those girls that needed to be chosen and our relationship to the media, to the camera. That before showing ourselves to the camera, we feel like we need to put something on to look better. And to me that's deep. To me, I want to look into that. What is that? The eye, being presented to the eye, to the viewer, to the watcher energy, that somehow, although the two are completely different, I see that our action is similar. So the two might be similar. That's my trail of thinking. Понимаешь? If we're, the doors are opening and we're entering, we're exiting that train, and where we're going to be pulled, where we're going to be taken. And the same thing, the camera, 3, 2, 1, camera, action, go, slam. The second it opens, we're like right away, we're like the best we can be, so that we're chosen and taken to a particular, a certain amount of viewers, or a certain kind of viewer, right? But that's in essence, all of that is smoke and mirrors, because in essence we don't all look like that. So we're being chosen for something that we're not. Do you understand? And that it creates a cycle of things that are empty.
No,
Behind them stands something else, something more real.
Always,
And that's
always. At first, you were being chosen for that. Then the choices got more uptight and smaller and more specific. This is how marathon or whatever Olympics.
Yeah.
But also it all comes from the beginning, when thousands of spermatozoids trying to be chosen by the egg.
Do they put makeup on?
they try to get chosen so they can reproduce. They can create more.
And maybe it was always the one, and there's never really a choice.
You never know.
Right.
I mean, if you doubt the whole medicine, like from the beginning.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, that's my trail of thought for today, for this conversation. I just thought of it, that it entered my mind, out of nowhere, seemingly, this thing, and I thought it's an interesting thing to dig through in your own mind and see what it means to you, and you know, how does it present us as humanity in the best way? Is this just a part of beautification process? Is it a part of something beautiful, or is it rooted in something stressful?
I think it's like, seriously, I think you can choose to have different explanations to that, and the best you can do for humanity is to explain it to yourself from the soft and nice point of view.
True, I agree. You can choose to do everything by explaining it as it comes from something good, or you can choose to do everything as explaining that it comes from something stressful. It's true. It's very true.
Yeah, like, and if you keep digging deep to create more separation and more judgment and more or that because
I'm digging
I
deep within
hate
myself.
like,
No.
yeah,
I'm digging deep in my decision making. You know,
like
because
me,
like
I have
like,
to say, I have to say about me, I don't like myself on camera. And it was planted in me that I'm not camera friendly from from childhood.
yeah, same here. But I'm finally over it. But how over am I? You know, if I'm still doing it, like I'm finally at the point where I love myself without makeup. Love it. You know, I love everything. I love my wrinkles. I love my lips. I don't have any more filler. It went down everywhere. I like how like I have a little wrinkle here.
So it doesn't have to stop you from exercising and having your muscles like a little bit tighter than it. Working. You know, like gymnastic for the face, like gymnastic for the body, gymnastic for the face. It's
Am I saying that you should stop exercising?
no. It has you don't have to stop. The opposite. If you gave up fillers, now it's a good time. It's a life, and you can exercise it.
So you're telling me that I should exercise?
No, I'm not telling you
I'm
that
just trying
you
to
have to
understand
exercise.
where does that come from?
But I'm telling you that
I'm just saying that I love it.
you
Whether I exercise or not, which I don't exercise right now at all.
Yes,
I love
know,
the way I look.
what I'm saying is maybe I'm trying to push some other agenda.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which agenda are you pushing right now?
It's like,
Because there's something underneath what you just said.
if you gave up fillers and you said, oh, your lips are going down, like, you can actually stop it from going down without fillers.
I think it's a natural process, and I'm observing it, and I see that it actually goes up when I'm happy and goes down naturally, and I'm finding beauty in all of it, and I feel lucky that I actually can think that way. You know, that I can,
because I'm not there.
I've been coming towards this my whole life, and I'm finally here, and yet I still have to put makeup if I go on camera. You know, like, because I think that that's what's socially right, and then that makes me think, what does this social thing has to do with? Is it related to our need of being chosen? And then that brings me back to that, you know, to the dark time, to those girls that were doing that under stress. I don't know, that's how I'm just presenting to how it goes around in my mind space. As I was thinking about one, the other one came through. All right, I think we are. Do you have something to say?
No, I would like to
right.
say thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for
And
watching.
please comment.
Please comment. What are your thoughts?
Anything.
Where do you stand with this? I see that there is always both, present. I know that there are beautiful girls that are walking around without makeup. They've always been walking around without makeup just because they're beautiful. Then there are girls that are either not as beautiful by common standards, or maybe they're just were taught, that they are not beautiful. I was told from the very young age, not by you, but it's the truth. I was told that
that's what you choose to hear, because you were beautiful. And I have so many people that wanted you to know you, and they would.
Are you talking about later in life? I'm talking about when I was in Minsk in Belarus. Let's say my brother was the cute one, and I was okay. I was okay. And even the woman that came to me, she said, "У тебя невзрачная личность. Like you don't stand out. Let's say I had a girlfriend who was very beautiful, and babushka, and everybody knew it. It was common sense that she is the beautiful one, Dasha, and she was called Vishenka. She was like so
cherry.
She was the cherry. She was the plum. Nobody called me that. So I mean, as a child, I'm not what I'm choosing to hear. It's what's being freaking said. It's black and white. It's an obvious thing. As a child, you don't think like, they call her pretty and they don't call me pretty. If you call me pretty enough, I will never feel that way.
I would like to have a different conversation, a completely separate, different conversation about what we remember. And
yeah, that is true. And
what is it now?
Well, somehow, my children know that they're beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, somehow I didn't know. Why? Was that inside of me, or was that an environment?
Environment inside of you, environment inside of me, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is that basically there are girls who feel that way, and then they end up putting makeup. I started putting makeup when I was, 12, 13 years old, full blown, like everything, because I wanted to be better, because I wanted to be prettier. And then it took me an entire lifetime to get rid of that slowly, of feeling that way. And I'm finally there, but still.
Okay, tell me that you didn't like putting makeup at that time.
I actually didn't. I didn't like, but I didn't like because I would leave it everywhere. So I was ashamed of it. I also was wearing a wig when I cut my hair when I ran away from home, but that's a whole different conversation. I cut my hair short, and then I thought that my hair is ugly, and I was wearing a wig, and the girls pulled the wig off of me in school, in the bathroom. But I was fully hidden. I was wearing a wig, and I was wearing a face full of makeup. Coty was the foundation that I would put on. Me and Dasha together were sitting for hours putting things on.
Mean you liked it?
No, I did not like it.
We
wanted to leave already.
Process.
No, we did not. That's the thing. You're pushing that agenda on me, but it's not the truth. Can you hear me? That we hated the process. You like to paint. I don't like to paint. I don't like drawing. It's annoying that I have to do that instead of running away and being outside. It's a thing that takes away time from me. And back then, I remember what сейчас, right now, I remember how me and Dasha are sitting and we're like, it's not coming well together, and you have to go and wash and restart and redo, and it's irritating that you have to go through it. And then you do the last moment, you do your eyelashes and it goes blum, and then you have to take it off, and then you have to redo it, and it's the worst thing ever. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. If I could just, go out there and be completely makeup free, I would love it. I would love it. Brush my hair, brush my teeth, and that's it. I love girls who are, like that, whose skin is like that. I'm amazed, I'm in awe of natural beauty. I'm in awe every time I see a girl. Like that's my goal. when somebody stands next to me without makeup at all, and I'm like, wow, they can go and like lay down on the pillow without leaving any makeup on, or like, you know, hug somebody in a white dress or a white shirt and never, you know, smudge anything. It feels foreign to me. And given that we're exploring fasting and eating through skin, you know, if they say that your skin is your biggest organ, that everything is coming through skin, I'm wondering if it prevents this process to be fully complete. If every day I cover it up, that piece of me, with some makeup.
You go to extreme, but the thing is, I would like to have a video about memories and now, and also not the video, the conversation, and also about being true to yourself.
I'd love to
with
have that
yourself.
conversation. Yes, and that's exactly why I had this conversation, is to try to be true with myself and see, okay, am I fully accepting of myself still? If that's how I feel, if that's what I do.
Not being true to yourself is not the same as blaming yourself or criticizing yourself.
Okay, then I will phrase it like this. Am I in full acceptance of myself if I have to put makeup, feel like I have to put makeup to be on camera?
Yes. But you're very good at putting makeup. You're very good.
Because I've been doing it. I'm 40 years old, Mama. I've been doing it since 12. Of course I'm really good at it. And I use less of it, so I'm so happy. I don't do anything with my eyes anymore, thank God. Anything with my eyebrows, all I have to do is the foundation and the blush.
Amazing.
But still, I have to do it.
So do it.
I feel like I have to, going on camera. I don't want to, but I feel like I have to.
It's a push and pull, like, you know, yeah.
All right, is anyone feeling
It's a
this
game.
way? Is anyone feeling this way? That there is, to be socially accepted, you have to do certain things that you would rather not. And is not doing them, will that put you into this category where you're like this, you know, hippie living in the woods? Oh, since you don't want to be a part of society and you don't want to fit in by doing such and such, right? Then go ahead. Like, what do you think is going to happen if that's what you're going to do? Like, are you going to become completely invisible? Are you not going to be chosen? Like, will people stop speaking to you if you stop putting makeup on? Like, what are your fears? What are your fears behind it?
Some strangers will start speaking to you.
Okay. I mean, I know the difference. I know that when how people treat me when I have makeup on and how people treat me in the store when I don't have makeup on. Like the amount of attention that I'm getting and the types of, you know, conversations that I have with people and how friendly people are when I have their makeup on.
They're friendly.
They're so friendly and helpful. Everybody's, you know, it's the pretty girl thing. It's like, you know, it's a tool. It is a tool. When you look better, you get different type of treatment. And that's where we are. Is it good? Is it bad? And how like if it's not the best thing, then how do we change it? And where does it come from? All right, all these questions, please help me answer them. Help me and my mom with commenting and letting us know, where do you stand? What do you think? How do you feel about these
Yeah.
this particular topic. Having to
Yeah, let's talk about it.
yeah, having to change your appearance to be on camera or to go out in public. Thank you guys. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye.